It's your boy KO with KO4MILES Boxing. And last night was a victory for all cab drivers in Argentina, or hell, all cab drivers around the world. The boy Robert the Ghost Guerrero got annihilated or got beat up by a local Argentine cab driver named David Peralta. And I'll be honest with you guys, I've never been impressed with Robert Guerrero. I mean, the kid to me was always slow. He always telegraphed his punches. And he has some power. He has some decent power. He has that whole I'm a warrior thing going on. But, you know, I don't respect that I'm a warrior stuff. It's all about being smart. It's all about fighting a good fight. So walking out of there bloody and all that kind of stuff to prove that you're a warrior is a stupid proposition for me. But Robert Guerrero, you know, for a while had become the welterweight gatekeeper. I always say anybody who beats Andre Berto becomes the official gatekeeper to Floyd, whether it was Ortiz or Robert Guerrero. You know, these guys, you know, beat Berto to get to Floyd, and once they get to Floyd, and Floyd does what Floyd does, then their career just goes down south, right? And since that Floyd fight where I don't think Guerrero even won a round, you know, his career has just gone down the drain. He's lost the likes of Danny Garcia. He's lost the likes of Keith Thurman. You know, and this fight was basically his last stand to see whether, you know, he still had the capability of being a gatekeeper. He was really fighting not for a title, but he was fighting for gatekeeper status. And unfortunately for him, this cab driver, you know, put the nail in the coffin. And so now we're going to have to find a whole new gatekeeper. Ruben Guerrero, Guerrero's dad, you know, running around talking about, we got robbed. And it's like, you know, this dude just sounds like a broken record. I mean, every single fight they got robbed, you know, or somebody got on their bike and started running and so on and so forth. Boy, get out of here with that trash, man. Your son is average at best. He just lost his job as watching the gate, and now they don't have to go back to California and, I don't know, hang it up or become professional sparring partners. But as far as being an elite fighter, that day is gone. But what that leads me to say is, you know, I love Danny Garcia. I love the fact that he's always been the underdog and the fact that he rises to the occasion. But truth be told, you know, Lamont Peterson gave him a lot of problems. Even though he beat Guerrero, I wouldn't say convincingly, but it wasn't a debate that he won that fight. Guerrero had some very good spots where he gave Danny a lot of trouble. I think, you know, anybody scoring that fight at least gave Guerrero 3 to 4 rounds where convincingly was Robert's, you know, fight. And even against his cab driver, I can't think of 4 rounds where I thought Guerrero really won those rounds convincingly. So Danny needs to be very careful because, you know, you beat a couple big names in Amir Khan and Matisse, but you looking real shaky, my friend, and you out here, you know, moving backwards and fighting. After beating Khan and Matisse, we expecting you to get in with Thurman and guys like that. You're moving backwards in your career, bro. And one thing I realized with the Herrera fight, along with even the fight against Lamont Peterson, I'm realizing that this kid Garcia is really going to struggle with a very good pure boxer. Well, he does well. Danny can box. He's not a great boxer, but he can box. But he has great power and a great chin. So if he fights another fighter who has great power, you know, you're not going to knock Danny out, so he's going to beat you that way because he can box a decent fight. And also, if he fights a great boxer who has a bad chin, kind of like Amir Khan, even though you're going to outbox him, he's going to catch you with a good shot. The problem for Danny is if he fights a good boxer with a good chin, there's no way out for him because he's not going to knock him out, nor is he going to outbox him. So a guy like Bud Crawford, a guy like Terrence Errol Spence is just going to be a nightmare for Danny Garcia, or even Floyd Mayweather is going to be a nightmare for Danny Garcia. So you better stay out the ring with anybody who can box and has a good chin. So it's your boy KO with KO4MILES Boxing. Here celebrating with the cab drivers. like and subscribe us, and I'm out.